Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Lumberjack Landlord here, and we still have Mike Zuber from One Rental at a Time. Mike, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great, man. It's Saturday, right? Oh, no, wait, it's Friday.
This is how I'm spending my lunch break.
Yeah, exactly. What's that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We all know I'm still stuck in that world. So, all right, Mike, I got to tell you, I'm watching your financial news this morning. I'm watching
Yeah.
some of your stuff from last night. Talk to me about this absolutely nuts and insane. Let's take the last 18 months worth of what we would call one rental at a time revenue.
Yeah.
Let's take the last 18 months and let's just find a way to, I don't know, just about triple it. And let's also
Yeah.
cut it down to 12 months.
Exactly.
What could possibly go wrong, Mike?
You and I worked in commission worlds a long time. We
Yeah.
manage teams. We have, districts and territories and countries and all of that. And
Sure.
one of my funnest days of the year is the day I get my quota or my team's quota.
Yeah.
Because this is what I did for 5 years. This is exactly what I did.
Mhm.
So let's just say my team number was 10 million bucks, right?
Yep.
We get it on day 1 or day 2. Let's call it day 2. So my team would meet day 3.
Yeah.
And I'd say, congratulations, guys. We have a $10 million number. Oh, by the way, we did blah, blah, blah last year. But oh, by the way, for the next 361 days, I don't want to talk about 10 million ever. I only want to talk about 20 million. Right. And that became what we talked about from then on out. Because what I had found in my career is if you just talk about the 10, all people do is they get incrementally better from last year. They confuse themselves.
Sure.
Right. Oh, I did, let's just say the team did 8 million last year. They're like, hey, if we just get 10% better,
Right.
we get 2 more leads. And really what that boils down to is people are lazy and they don't change.
Mhm.
That annoys me.
Yeah, I get it.
I want every year to be so freaking large, different, and big that you fundamentally have to evaluate your business and potentially blow it up.
Yes.
Right?
Of course.
If you did 8 and now you have to do 20, what you did last year won't get you there.
That's right. Got to be different.
So, yeah. So what did I do? Right? I'm always struggling to have goals. I'm always struggling to kind of put it out there to the world. I've been sharing my goals updates weekly for 18 months.
Yeah.
And at the end of that, what you were referring to is everybody in the One Rental at a Time community let me know about 162 deals that they closed.
Sure.
Which is pretty cool, right?
Awesome.
People I don't know
used
awesome. The methodology, bought the course, and closed 162 units.
Love it. Love it.
Yep. So I looked at that going, okay, Zuber, time to get uncomfortable. I want to see if we can do something big, scary like you used to. So I looked at it and said, okay, well, what is it? My first number I thought about was 1,000. I'm like, that's probably too much. That's a step too far, you idiot. But then I said 500. I'm like, well, 500, that's about 10 a week, roughly. Yeah. We just did 8 last week. Oh, by the way, but it was the biggest week ever.
Yep.
Yeah, let's try 500 after doing 162 in 18 months. And like you say, we're going to do it in 12.
Why not base an annualized quota on your high water mark ever?
Yeah, always. Always the right idea. What am I doing?
It's so ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, so ridiculous. But I love it. Yeah. Hey, listen, dream big, right?
Yeah. And again, just think about it, right? What are we doing? And you're a part of this now, whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
your
it's
house,
awesome.
You're in.
Yeah.
So what does this mean for the course? That means, well, first off, I need to continue being diligent and daily, which won't be hard. That's kind of wired into me. But now I have to think about these bonus sections because again, right? Of the real estate investing landscape, buy and hold landlording is 10% or 15 or whatever it is. But when I start adding in house hacking from you, right? When we do self-management, when we do out of state, when we do flipping, when we do all these extra stuff, I just start covering more and more of the pie.
Yeah.
And I give more and more reasons for people to go, okay, I'm in. I got to buy the course. Zuber's going to teach me how to buy stuff right, understand market, but I want a house hack. So if I take that plus this, or I want to do this plus flipping, I want to do that plus Airbnb. It motivates me to blow up the business. It motivates me to go, okay, who else can I go reach out to that would be willing to invest some time and create content to help people? Sure.
Of course.
So it's exhilarating. I feel fired up, dude. 500 deals this year.
So that starts what, June 1 to May 31?
Yeah,
Or
it's
how?
already started. We're 3 days in.
I love it. I love it. Oh, just broke a sweat.
Yes, that's exactly. I want you know, like in my when I'm doing this, 10 million to 20 million. I want to see my team. I want to see him pucker up. I want him to go,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Right? What the hell is he
Yeah.
doing? Right?
Yeah.
I can't
And
talk
this,
about 10. I got to talk about 20.
yeah.
What?
And this is the part where you walk to the bathroom. You're like, damn, over assigning asshole. For those of you who don't know, when you're in software sales, the way that it works is that senior VP or executive VP or CSO, chief sales officer, he gets like, let's say $100 million number. But what he does is he knows that he can't share that with his VPs. So he tells his 3 VPs, hey, you each have a $50 million number. That's called $50 million of over assignment. Then those VPs each have a couple directors. So they have a $50 million that they have to get to. So what do they tell their guys? You know what, guys, your number, 30 million apiece. So there's more over assignments. And then you get finally down to a manager. And then, their number ends up, because there's 4 managers and theirs ends up being a cumulative of 100. And then you get down to the rep level, guys like I used to be a long time ago. And we're just like, where the hell did they get that number from? What do you mean I'm going to do 1.7 million? This is where it comes from. The land of over assignment, the cascading train.
Yeah, I got to do 1.7 million on a set of accounts that never did more than 100 grand. What? Tell me how that works.
Yes. Yeah. Brief story in that. I showed up, got a job with a company. They sent me a territory list because I said, I want to go through it. I need to understand it. And I said, okay, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, sounds good. I agree. I accept the offer. Day I start, I was like, okay. I said, I just want an updated spreadsheet of the territory so I can get, start going through it. I get the updated spreadsheet and it's wrong. It looks wrong to me. And why does it look wrong? Because the original spreadsheet that I got was 170 clients. And this spreadsheet that I got was 7 clients. And so I said to them, I go, no, wrong spreadsheet. This was only 7 on here. They're like, well, yeah, that's your territory. I was like, no, the one that I had was 170. They're like, oh, no, those are everyone's accounts. Yes. I was given 7 accounts with over $1 million number. And that total for all of those accounts in the history of that small startup company, like 3 years, was literally like $59,000. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah. So my option was quit or stick. And I stuck and we ended up doing okay. But yeah, it was, anyway.
I've been the deliverer of that spreadsheet before. Try doing that with a straight face. I remember one poor guy that got 10 accounts that had done 0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That doesn't make you feel good.
Yeah. But hey, PS, good luck this year.
Yeah, you got it. You're awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing like turning an account from a never into a sure.
The hardest thing is the first sale.
It is the first deal. And then you, after a couple of years of that, then it starts to become a little bit easier and all the hard work you put in works. Yeah. But so on the real estate side, though, it's really the same thing. And what I love about the course, and the reason why I don't think this goal is completely unrealistic, laughable fun, yes, but not completely unrealistic, because you got to that number basically on just the core of one rental at a time.
Correct.
Right?
Exactly.
And now you've got 7 different units in there and growing. I mean, house hacking, subject to, which is going to be huge, I think, in the next couple of years, especially as they're talking about these crazy statistics and taxes that they're looking at, and all of the work that you put into that, and 1031 and just everything else that's gone into that, syndication. I mean, just all the stuff that's in there. Yeah, could be. I mean, you get one person that really grabs a hold of it, and I mean, they could do 50 deals themselves.
Yeah, when I sort of, because I had to get comfortable with the number, right? Every time you get a scary number, you got to. That's why 1,000 wasn't going to work. It's like, it's too far. But 500 is like just enough to make you get uncomfortable. But when you break it down, it's probably only 300 people doing deals, because 150 of them might do 2 or 3.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, so it gets really interesting. I think it's absolutely possible. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to talk about it every week, every Sunday, every week. I'm already building the spreadsheet, so it's visual. It's going to be fun.
And guys, one of the things that Mike's doing here that it's become so second nature to him is daily execution. Why is he look at the number and not say 500 and then start sweating about 500? He says, okay, 500. All right, what if I break that down weekly? Okay, now we're talking basically 10. Okay, and what if I break that down for one or two house hackers and a couple of single family acquirers and then one syndicator a month, and then this. When you build out the model like that, that diversification is what allows you that massive level of growth. And that's why Mike had originally gotten into the single family homes, but when did his business really explode? When he went single family, duplex, triplex, quadplex, and then went 6s and 12s and 20s. And all of a sudden, everything was on the table because you start small, ABL, always be learning. And then you continue the journey, you continue the daily execution, you get better and better and better. And then you will have a ton more deals to choose from, even in the same zip, because you know all the different assets that are available in that market, single family all the way up to a 20, right, Mike? I mean,
that's all I've done. Yeah, I only talk about what I've done. And that's really the power. I think it's going to be the power of the course, how to get started one rental at a time, is I stay in my lane. But I invite others, and it's been so awesome. I mean, the stuff that you created, people don't know this. You're now updating the content for the third time.
Yes.
Right. Right. So you created, it's over an hour material. Unfortunately, Teachable wouldn't let us load it because it was too big. Then your team chopped it up, and the sound and video is just off a little bit. So you're tweaking it for a third time just because you want to be a part of it. I mean,
Absolutely.
That is awesome to see creators be a part of this thing. So yeah, I feel really good about it. I think we're going to get there.
I think it's huge. I think the other thing that I'd love to see you do, Mike, is how many people turn into millionaires?
Ooh, that would be fun.
How many people turn into millionaires? Because
that
is a life-changing number when you know $1 million worth of real estate and it's not a single family home in Napa.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's a life-changing number when you become an owner of multiple rental properties that are worth over $1 million. It's so unbelievably and the rolling over a 5-year or 10-year or 15-year period, right, Mike? I mean,
exactly.
That's where you get the numbers just get insane. The numbers just get nuts.
Yeah, I think that's probably where we go with this, right? I think we stick with the 500 now, because what did I see the last 18 months? There really is a correlation between students buying the course, joining Facebook, and then doing deals, right? It's about a 60-day, 90-day lag, which is fine. It's what I tell them, right? Do the work, do the work, do the work. Then they start writing offers, and some of them lock up deals. And the reason I feel really good about this is the last 3 months, because of all the extras people are adding to the course, like we've had a couple of months in a row, over 150 students join, right? And if that continues to go that way, and then there's the lag after, it should get really good. So my goal for the first 13 weeks, as you know, in sales, the Q4 is always backloaded. So my goal for Q4 is just 90.
Yeah.
Right. Or I'm sorry, Q1 is just 90, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think we're going to get there.
Very attainable. And especially with all this new content. I mean, guys, to find this in one place, I was joking around with Mike and I said, you're literally providing the best course on the internet with the most amount of content. I mean, Mike, what are we at now for content? It's like 8 hours.
Oh, easy. I think it's 10 or 11 hours. Ooh. And again, the key is you're buying one course that teaches you how to learn to market, all of that, but you have all these extras. Raising private money, done. Understanding how to buy from sellers with equity, done. No equity, done. House hacking, flipping is coming. Airbnb is coming. I mean, it's all in one place from all different people. It's pretty awesome.
It's the greatest value on the internet.
And then you get the Facebook group, Facebook Lives. We do private live streams on Saturdays. Just give.
There's so much out there, Mike. I mean, literally, if people want to get really tapped into this, the world is your oyster, and the market will change. There will be shifts. The market will, listen, this is not here's a guaranteed $1 million. However, you likely will not find a better opportunity to understanding the market, hyper local, what exactly is going on in your market, what may change, what opportunity. You need to be able to know these things in order to be able to spot opportunity. If something hits the market, 3 minutes later, I know whether or not I'm going to put an offer on it because I know my market inside and out. bed counts, streets, rentals, all of those pieces. And that's the stuff that gets covered in the one rental at a time course. And certainly from a hackologist's perspective, we cover that in the 4-3-2-1 model. So
Yeah,
guys, I
awesome.
implore you, please take a look at the course. It is worth its weight in gold. Mike, thanks so much for sharing that absolutely outrageous and borderline obnoxious goal with us.
I love it. It's the perfect number.
It's a perfect number. And so now we just have to see how many people are do the work and then become a part of that community, because that's where it all starts. All right, guys. Mike, where can we find you so they can find that unbelievable value on the internet, that course?
One rental at a time. And the course's name is How to Get Started One Rental at a Time.
It is literally just that simple. So guys, Mike and I spent a ton of time working on this content for you guys. Please make sure you subscribe, hit that button below. And if marketing doesn't put it there, you know where the subscribe button is, just hit the button anyway. And give us a thumbs up, because we want to, this is Friday. We want to have fun, and thumbs up to Friday. So we'll cover some stuff in that third segment. It's a mystery segment, but you guys will want to stay tuned, because whatever we're talking about, it's going to be awesome. And I think you guys can attest to that. So Mike, thanks so much. We will see you in segment 3.